Opening. Clip-focused Domain 1 planning. Scoring prompts. Was content rigorous and aligned? Were tasks appropriate for student goals? What rubric language supports your rating? For Domain 1, evidence comes from both the clip and teacher artifacts. Consider alignment between objectives, tasks, and student needs. Planning in a virtual classroom. Ms. Garcia begins by sharing the digital lesson plan housed in the LMS. The lesson objective is posted in the agenda and aligned to the state math standards. Students can clearly see the lesson sequence: warm-up, mini-lesson, guided practice, collaborative problem-solving, and exit ticket. All digital materials, including interactive notes, practice problems, and resources, are posted in advance so students can immediately access tools without losing learning time. 1.1 Standards and Alignment. Ms. Garcia's lesson is planned in a well-organized and sequential format that aligns directly to state standards. The lesson includes measurable learning goals and a clear structure with an intentional opening, lesson execution, and closure. Activities and assessments are designed specifically for the virtual environment, using digital tools that allow students to show mathematical thinking clearly. Examples: virtual whiteboard work, shared documents, interactive practice, and digital checks for understanding. The pacing reflects best practices for online learning while supporting students' essential digital skills. 1.2 Data and Assessment. Ms. Garcia incorporates both formal and informal virtual assessment tools to monitor engagement and progress. Lesson planning reflects consistent use of prior student data from the LMS, quiz results, and assignment submissions. Plan checks for understanding include warm-up poll data, live responses in chat, guided practice accuracy, and an exit ticket aligned to the objective. Ms. Garcia plans targeted diagnostics within the virtual lesson to identify misconceptions and uses this evidence to guide future instruction and student supports. Feedback is timely and specific, including digital comments and messages that support students and families. 1.3 Knowledge of students. Ms. Garcia's plan reflects strong knowledge of student needs, including skill readiness, engagement patterns, and learning preferences in a virtual setting. She intentionally plans supports based on student profiles, such as guided notes for students who need structure, visual models and worked examples, and optional challenge problems for enrichment. Student engagement is planned intentionally through interactive tasks and structured collaboration, ensuring students can master the math content while building confidence in digital learning routines. 1.4 Activities. Ms. Garcia plans engaging, flexible activities that encourage higher-order thinking and problem-solving. Students work collaboratively in breakout rooms to solve a real-world task that requires them to justify and explain their reasoning. The lesson includes written and verbal response opportunities, structured group accountability roles, facilitator, recorder, presenter, and interactive digital tools that support persistence. Students participate in math discourse by explaining steps, comparing strategies, and validating solutions using shared workspaces and response tools. The activity design promotes independence and student ownership while supporting rigorous learning outcomes. Closing. Planned reflection and next steps. Ms. Garcia closes the lesson with a digital exit ticket aligned to the standard and includes a reflection prompt asking students to identify what strategy helped them most. After the lesson, she uses the data collected to group students for the next session and adjust instruction based on demonstrated mastery.